Hello, everybody, and welcome or welcome back. It is, I don't know why I sang that. It is the 30th of December as I'm filming this. It is the very first video of my very first weekly vlog of 2025. By the time you're seeing this, I've probably already posted one other video, my annual What I Made on YouTube This Year video, which I will put a link to at the top and also in the description box and also in the comment section so that you can go and see what you think. That's a video I've been doing the entire 7 years I've been on YouTube. I always really look forward to it. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, that's okay too. Yeah, and let's just get into it because I feel like I have a lot to share and I'm hoping that this will be a really good vlog because that's my job. Scooby. Okay, so I have to tell you guys about Cartagena. Let me show you though, I did get some fun mail before I get into that story. I have never, in the 7 years that I have been on YouTube, received anything from YouTube. I didn't even know they knew my address other than to send me my tax stuff, which of course they do, and my payment. But they sent me this really fun YouTube with a little play button on it. It's not a play button. Don't get too excited. It has a play button on it because I am part of the YouTube Shop Star program, which I have been not as enthusiastic about as they would like me to be, but I do tag items when I feel like it's something that you guys would want to know about. As you know, I'm way backing off on all of my affiliate marketing. I'm not doing hauls anymore. I'm not taking items to review. I never really did that, to be fair, but I do for convenience sake, especially when I'm talking about like travel products, or if I find a new clothing brand that I feel like checks all the boxes of quality and ethical, blah, 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 all the things. You guys always want to know where you can buy it, and it is really convenient. So I started working with them last year. I haven't done a ton with it. I've never gotten my bonuses or whatever, but I am part of the program, and this was their inaugural year. So they sent me this super fun sweatshirt and also a little keychain. So it was just kind of fun to actually get something from YouTube. I felt a little special. Okay, let's talk about Cartagena. So yes, I went to Cartagena for 24 hours. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw my post about that. This is a route that Scott has only flown one other time, I think. And I had never been to Colombia, and I was really excited to go. It is super fun to travel with him for 24 hours. Some of you know I went to Las Vegas with him back over the summer. We went to Barbados a few months back, and then this trip to Colombia. Okay, so I had a ball. I don't want to say but, because whenever they say, you say but, you negate whatever you said before. I don't mean to say that I'm not glad that I went. So glad that I went. We made some incredible memories. We toured the old city. We went to this incredible rooftop bar, and we ended up getting the best seat in the house with these gorgeous views of the city. It was really spectacular. The hotel was super nice. I never talk about the hotel when I go with him for work trips because we like to keep that private just to protect the cruise and whatever. But traveling out of the country for 24 hours will kick your butt. We got done with Christmas, and then I packed Christmas night, and the day after Christmas, we were up at 6 o'clock to drive to the airport and get on an international flight. It was a lot. It was kind of weird how it all came about. I actually ended up purchasing a ticket because if you may or may not know, spouses can fly for free if there is a seat available. Well, when he asked me to come on the trip, I was like, babe, it's the day after Christmas. There's absolutely no way there's going to be a seat available. We happened to check my Delta app, and I was on there. I always do this, messing around to be like, I wonder how much I need to spend to put me into the next category, which for me is Diamond, which I've never been Diamond. It's the top category. And obviously I don't earn status when I fly as an employee spouse. I only earn status when I buy tickets for myself. I did purchase a few tickets last year to go see Mom, which is really what pushed me even to be even close to being diamond medallion status. And if none of this is of interest to you, just you can forward through this part. But some of you are really interested in this. So I was like, I wonder how much it would cost if I just paid for my ticket. So I checked, and the amount for the ticket was almost exactly the amount I had to spend to push me into diamond medallion status. So I even called Delta. I was like, hey, I don't want to spend all this money and then find out that I was barely going to make it. He's like, nope, you're not even the 5th person that's called today. Let me run the numbers and hold on and I'll come right back. He was like, well, here's the good news. If you purchase this ticket, it will put you over what you need, but not by very much. And you will be diamond. And then that will be for all of 2025. So I was like, okay, I get to spend the day after Christmas with my husband. I get to go to Cartagena, Colombia, that I've never been to. And I'm going to be diamond medallion. I'm like, let's do this. And then all the way, like, I decided like 3 days before I left. So it's just felt a little nuts. And I, as you know, am trying to lean into the spontaneity because we have this window of time where we can do this kind of thing, where one of our sons is living here. So we have somebody to take care of the dogs. I can be spontaneous. I can go and travel whenever I want. And I want to take advantage of every single trip that I can. So yeah, that's how I ended up in Cartagena for 23 hours. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, just a lot has gone on. And I think I'm like a lot of you right now. It's like the hyperactivity of the holidays and then the hyperactivity of travel. And also right before that, going to see my mom. And I am a bit of an overstimulated toddler currently, so I'm working hard to kind of bring it down. I see a lot of long walks and rice and vegetables in my future as I try to like re-regulate everything. My nervous system, my immune system, my digestive system, everything is out of whack and I need to bring it in. Not because I'm into New Year's resolutions. I'm not, just because these feast days have been extra feasty and it's time for me to, gotta wind that down a little bit. Okay, this is a very big moment for Scooby because, yes, for you, baby. Some of you told me that I could wash the Kong. Scooby, come here. He got left outside and I thought he was beyond repair. He has no ears. He hasn't for a while. Who is that, Scooby? He's like, why do you smell weird? You have your toy back. All clean and fluffy, no problem. Are you happy? Yeah, so to everybody who told me, you were right. I don't remember when it was, and it might have even been on Instagram. I talked about how we had a bad habit of leaving these guys out in the rain, and this guy got left out, and I was like, well, what do I have to lose? If I wash it and it doesn't turn out, then that's okay. And it came out perfect. He's so happy. Yeah, and I will link those particular toys. There's a bear, there's a moose. I feel like there's maybe one more. There's 2 different bears. There's a brown one and a gray one. And they come in a size large. And we've had a hard time finding dog toys that are big enough and sturdy enough. And so far, they have not been able to destroy these. We've thrown a couple of them out because they did get stuck in the rain and got really gross. This one wasn't that bad. So I was like, let's just wash it and see what happens. And it came out great. I'm so happy. Like, this is going to save us so much money. I think they run like, they're under $20. So for under $20 and the way that they last, amazing. Good morning. It is now some day of the week. No, I'm just kidding. It's Thursday. I did not pick up the camera all day yesterday and it was great. I got a ton of stuff done. I got the Christmas tree put away. I got the dining room stuff put away. I've got the entryway put, like all of Christmas is now away, which makes me very happy. How are we this morning? If you're watching this when it comes out, it is the Saturday after New Year's, so you might still be feeling a little, I don't know what's the word, out of it, struggling. I am not on the struggle bus, but I'm kind of hovering around the bus stop for the struggle bus. So I'm trying today to get back focused. I have work to do. I have 2 videos to film. The ones that I said I was going to film the other day. Yeah, that didn't happen. But I thought while I'm waiting for my little heat brush thing, by the way, I don't even think you can get this anymore. Do y'all remember this? It's called the Simply Straight. It was like one of those ads on TV. I had it forever and I still love it. But before I do that, I thought it would be a good opportunity to, number one, show you the madness that is my hair when I try to wear it straight. It doesn't love it. And please don't suggest I get a keratin treatment. I have a weird allergic reaction to those and the fumes make me very ill. So I will never be doing that again. I did do it once. I wanted to show you my gray journey, where we are on that. Sorry, it's echoey in here, but it's the bathroom. I stopped coloring my hair in March of 2024. So what is that? April, May, June, July, August, December, going on 10 months of not straightening my hair. And, they say year to ear, that didn't come out. And I would say that's about right. I am letting it grow completely cold turkey, no gray blending. I actually am kind of loving the process. And I do seem to have this white streak right here, which I had mentioned on Instagram. My grandmother had that and I was kind of hoping that I would have it. And lo and behold, I do. And then the rest is coming in. Ooh, I can't do that and look at the camera. I'm gonna get very dizzy, so I'll just do this. The rest is coming in definitely more salt and pepper than I had anticipated, which is making me really happy. I think if I had waited even another 2 years to do this, because there was no question I was gonna do it eventually, I would have been sorry, because the way that it's growing out now, although it's certainly obvious that I'm growing out my gray hair, and that's not something that I feel the need to hide or apologize for, even though we live in a society that makes aging seem like the most shameful thing a woman can do is age. How dare you? I don't view it that way. And I don't know if y'all saw, I think it was on either 60 Minutes or CBS this morning. Jane Fonda just did this really amazing piece. I'll see if I can find it and link it in the description box, where she was talking about how people feel about aging can add up to 7 years to their life, and also getting involved in a creative pursuit. And I'm like, okay, I have a creative pursuit because of you guys, so thank you for that. And as far as feeling good about aging, one of the benefits of resolving childhood trauma, I was a parentified daughter. When you were the parent and not the child, when you do the healing work, you get to feel not childlike from an emotional maturity perspective, but you get to experience freedom like I feel like I should have felt when I was a kid. I feel younger, and so hard to explain. If you've healed from any childhood trauma, you'll understand this. I feel younger than I have ever felt, which is super interesting to me. So anyway, the Simply Straight actually does work if it's even still available. It gets really hot and it's probably horrible for my hair, but I don't do it that often. I only do it once in a blue moon. But I like that it's just easy, because that's how I am. I don't like anything that's complex, except for apparently talking about childhood trauma on camera. But here's where we are. I would strongly encourage you, if you're thinking of growing out your hair to its natural color, whatever that may be, it's really an internal thing. It's not an external thing. If you feel good about it, the rest of the world will feel good about it. If you don't draw attention to it, nobody else is going to either, although that one woman did comment on a video, but that's fine, whatever. It is so, I'm already kind of getting sad about when it's all grown out, because I feel like the demarcation line represents me kind of blossoming and changing in who I feel like I'm meant to be as a human. I don't know. I know that's really woo-woo, but it's how I'm feeling. So anyway, I don't know. I need to do the back a little bit more, but you can see where we are on the back. My hairdresser tells me that it's not as gray in the back. I don't generally look at the back of my head, but here you can see for yourself. And yeah, it's been a good time. I'm loving it. If you're on the fence, here's what I'll say. Don't do it if you're on the fence. You will wake up, and other people told me this, and I'm not sure I believe them. You will wake up when it's time, and you will know that it's time. I can't explain it, but you'll know. That's all I have to say about that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Just got done filming 2 videos, one for the e-course. One is about 30 minutes long. It's all about the business side of YouTube. I have to say, it is the one that I had been procrastinating about the most, and it feels so good to have it done. I mean, I still have to edit it, and I still have to make sure that I'm happy with it. I need to add the graphics and do all that, but the filming part, hallelujah, the filming part is done. I need a nap now. Now I have to go edit. But anyway, I got it done. That's what matters. I got it done. I will say, I'm going to set you guys down like this so I can lay down while I say this next part. It's remarkable to me as I'm filming the e-course how much is bubbling up for me about my own insecurities and imposter syndrome when I first started doing this. And if you're going to position yourself to be an expert, to talk about something, it really forces you to look at your own insecurities. And I think back to when I started and how I just could never have imagined myself doing this. But as I walked through every open door, it's so cheesy, but I really do feel like the road rose up to meet me. I really feel like things that seemed so impossible from a girl who couldn't even pass college algebra, as if I couldn't figure it out, I figured out a way to find a professional, really, and I don't mean to sound glib about this, but I feel like the universe brought the right people into my life to help me. And just getting over shame about the things that I'm just not good at. And I mentioned this just now in the e-course, but it's such a good lesson. Jennifer, who's my tax accountant, is always quick to tell me, listen, if I had to get in front of a camera and talk to people, it would be a nightmare for me. I could never do that in a million years. So allow me to do what I'm trained and good at so that you can do what you're trained and good at. And I think that that's a lesson that kind of transcends into everything that we do. You're never going to be good at everything. And don't you think as women, we sometimes get the message that we're supposed to be? You're supposed to be good at everything. It's not realistic, and it's actually not how human beings are supposed to work. We're supposed to be there for one another. And if you're not supposed to just do it all on your own. It's not good for your heart. It's not good for community. Okay, I just lay down right here because that really took it out of me. Okay, I don't know if you do this, but I'm taking a break and walking dogs, and I still have about 2 hours worth of work to do. But y'all, I recorded 4 videos. Okay, hold on, I gotta say hi to my neighbor. He's gonna think I've lost my mind. So yeah, I feel like, oh, by the way, the hat is from Love Your Melon. It's my little Toy Story hat. I love his hat. I feel like I didn't get enough done today, but really, I filmed 3 separate videos for the e-course. Obviously, I'm filming this vlog, which, let's be honest, doesn't really feel like work, but we're gonna count it. Plus, I edited the longest of the 3 videos that I filmed, and I got the closed captioning done, which is really just a matter of putting it where it goes, but somebody's got to press a button. So yeah, I'm bad about working my butt off and then feeling like I got nothing done. I don't understand that, because I can look at it the day objectively and be like, this is what I got done. And by any measure, it's been a very productive day, and I still have a couple hours left, but feeling like I'm behind. And I can't be behind. It's only the 2nd of January. Okay, I'm declaring the work day officially done. Once again, did I get done everything I wanted to do? No. But you know what? Back when I had a traditional job before I worked for myself, I never left work unless it was like I was going on a really long vacation, finishing everything that I was supposed to do. It just didn't work that way. You make a list, you check it twice, you find out who's naughty and nice. No, I'm kidding. That was last month. But you make a list and you give it your best shot. And then there is a point where you go, well, that is what I had to give for today. And rarely, if ever, when I had a traditional job, did all of the tasks get completed on the day that I wanted them to get completed. So why then would I have this expectation of myself as my own boss that everything will get done? It's silly. It's silly. We're going to grow past that. We're going to outgrow that is what we're going to do. And now we're going to go to the grocery store and we are calling this day officially done. Okay? Okay. You're now off work. Congratulations. Good morning. It is Friday. And I think what I want to do with these weekly vlogs, and I say think because as we know, I'm prone to change my mind. But I think what I want to do with these weekly vlogs is on Fridays, when I wrap them up, I want to kind of reflect for myself on what I've learned throughout the week. I feel like during this time, I was just listening to Mel Robbins on the We Can Do Hard Things podcast. No, I have not gotten her new book, Let Them, yet. I plan on getting it. But she was talking about how when the entire world is dark, you have no choice but to glow. And I'm trying to figure out how we get through this next little period of time with our sanity intact and what I'm doing personally. So one of the things I'm doing is really limiting my exposure to the news, to social media personalities that are very doom and gloom. Does not serve me well. I've said this for many years, but there's a benefit in being informed. There is no benefit in being bombarded. We just don't, it doesn't help us. It doesn't bring peace. It only brings anxiety. And so, and it usually it means someone's trying to sell you something. It sells papes if you're a Newsies fan. So I'm trying to really ramp up all of the self-care things, ramp up all of the focus and discipline things, particularly in regards to my work. Like, I want to have that feeling when I go to bed at night in 2025, or maybe just today, where I worked hard and I played hard. I took excellent care of myself, but I also took excellent care of myself in terms of rest, not just in terms of exercise and working out and all of that. Also taking excellent care of myself in terms of what I allow into my brain and my soul, what I put in front of my eyeballs. I have a lot more control over things than I frequently recognize or acknowledge, and I need to stop doing that. I control what I watch. I control what I listen to. I control what I buy. I control where I spend my time. And I live in a very privileged situation right now. My life has not always been this much my own, right? Because I don't have young kids in school anymore, because I do work for myself. So that's like my lesson from this week, as I've spent a lot of time like thinking through the new year. What do I want to do? I just want to be, I want to respect myself. I want to respect my time. I want to respect my money. And I want to invest in things and do things that are in alignment with all of that. Anyway, is it that helpful what I just said? I have no idea. I also decided randomly, which will not even always be possible, but that when I end on Fridays, they will, for the most part, be no makeup updates. I don't know if I've told you guys this, but one of the things that keeps me from filming more is the need I feel to get in full hair and makeup before I get in front of the camera. And I don't need to do that. I think that's part of how I want to show up, is as my true self. So this is my face. It's clean. It's got my skincare on it. But yeah, I hope that for today for you, that this first week of January, you've had an opportunity to kind of take a minute and think about how you want to take better care of yourself this year, and then how that translates into what you can bring to the table in terms of your work, your legacy, your children, all of those kinds of things. Because, as I always am reminding myself, we're supposed to care for others as we care for ourselves. And don't we always miss that first part? Like, I need to be my own best friend so that I can be a great best friend to my best friend. So I wish that over you today. And maybe that's not even for you. I say a lot of crap. So if I say something and you're like, Jen's off her nut. Isn't that a lovely expression? Off her nut makes me laugh. If I'm going to do a lot of these weekly vlogs this year, which I hope to do, sometimes I'm going to say stuff and you're going to be like, that doesn't sit with me at all. That's okay. Like that's part of deciding what we want to allow in. So if you've watched this whole vlog, that means that you've decided that that was worthy of your time. And I feel honored and privileged. And so I'm going to share stuff. And I also want to feel honored and privileged when you can release something I say as not for you. And maybe it's not for you at all, or maybe it's just not for you today, but it is for me today because it's my YouTube channel. So that's how it works. So anyway, it's been a great week. We are moving on. Today I'm going to spend time with Scotty. Oh, that was one last thing I wanted to say. Some of you, I think my husband is never here. I only film on days when he is gone. Because when he's off, I want to spend time with him, and he hates being on camera. So although sometimes I'll film things we do together, by and large, he won't be in the vlogs, but that doesn't mean that he's never here. It just means I'm not filming when he's here. So whatever you're doing today, enough words, Jen. I hope you're finding joy. I've loved spending time with you this week, and I will see you in the next video. Like and subscribe and do all the things.